Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So we did go see it last night and here is my little review on it. A little bit ago, like literally less than a month ago, Sam and I watched Black Panther again and I posted it on my Instagram. I give Black Panther like an 8 out of 10. I really like Black Panther, for sure top 10 Marvel films, maybe even top 5. Also, sorry, I should have said this before I started, but I'm sick again. I was literally fine for a week and then I got sick again. So voice is a little bit messed up again. Not as bad as it was before when I very first got sick. We haven't recorded it yet, but Sam and I are going to do a podcast all about the Marvel films and that should be up before this video is up. So if you're watching this video, check out our podcast. It is currently available only on Apple Podcasts, but I'm trying to get it on other things. If you have Apple Podcasts, we are on there. It is called Look Who's Talking Now, and we did an entire podcast on the Marvel films. But anyway, Black Panther is very close to being one of my top 5, if not one of my top 5 Marvel films. And Wakanda Forever was definitely in the same realm. So good. 1000% the best Marvel film that has come out in 2022. So far we've gotten Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, and this one was way better than both of those. I did a video on Thor. I don't know if I did Multiverse of Madness. Thor, I gave like a 3 out of 10. I was not a fan of it. The more and more I think about Thor Love and Thunder, I don't like it. Multiverse of Madness, I think on my Instagram I gave a 7 out of 10 and I think that was way too high. I think it's more like a 5 out of 10 the more I think about it. Really and truly the only thing I really liked about both of those movies was the villain. In Thor Love and Thunder, the thing I liked the most was the God Butcher, and in Multiverse of Madness, the thing I liked the best was Wanda. Wakanda Forever was so good all around. I was sobbing in the first like 5-10 minutes of this movie because the first like 10 minutes of this movie is just like this most beautiful memorial to Chadwick Boseman, and it is just beautiful the way that they do it. It is so incredible, and I was actually sobbing knowing that he is supposed to be part of this and he can't, and it's just so heartbreaking everything that has happened, and just rest in peace Chadwick Boseman, you are very missed. But I have to say that they did such a phenomenal job with this movie in remembering Chadwick and remembering him as the Black Panther, but also like creating this new story that can now come from his memory. So getting past like the first 10 minutes, it is a year after King T'Challa's passing. We see that Shuri is like just completely throwing herself into her work. The Queen has taken over as ruler of Wakanda. The Queen of Wakanda goes to the UN where they're mad at her because she is not letting them use the vibranium that Wakanda has. And she's like, well, yeah, because you guys are going to use it in the worst ways possible. And here's proof. You guys have broken into our facilities multiple times in order to try to steal our vibranium. We're actually using it for good things in Wakanda, where who knows what would happen if other countries had access to vibranium, which so true. Completely agree with you there, Queenie. Like, so true. Now we see that the US has actually developed a machine to detect vibranium. And so they detect vibranium under the ocean, which isn't even in Wakanda, which is like, wait, how is there vibranium not in Wakanda? Which is a whole thing. And then this army of like water people attack and basically kill everyone on this US ship that is like the vibranium detection ship, and they think it's the Wakandans, and it's not, because they came from the water. So basically there's this whole other culture. It's like an ancient Aztec culture where they also have access to vibranium. It's just underwater, and they have actually evolved to be able to completely live underwater. And there's a whole scene where Shuri is in their like land, well, not land, but their underwater community, and it is so beautiful. And I have to say that seeing this scene in particular got me very excited for the new Little Mermaid movie, because if they use this same technology that they used to make these people look like they're actually underwater, it is incredible. It actually looked like they were underwater, and it was so amazing. So if this is how they do the Little Mermaid, like, I am no longer nervous about the Little Mermaid, because that was the thing I was probably the most nervous about, was making it actually look like live action people are underwater. This culture wants Wakanda to find the scientist who invented this machine that detects vibranium and bring her to them so that they can kill her, because they don't want anyone taking their vibranium, which is fair. They don't want people taking their vibranium for the same reason Wakanda doesn't want to share the vibranium, because who knows what they're going to do with it. I don't want to get too much into spoilers or anything right here, right now, but it's just so good. So well done. I will say that the beginning does drag a little bit, where I will say the original Black Panther was very fluid all the way through, like just stuff happened constantly, and this kind of did drag for the first little bit, but the latter half of it was so good. I gave this an 8 out of 10. It's weird because I did like the original Black Panther better, which I still gave an 8 out of 10, but I do think that both of these movies are definitely worthy of an 8 out of 10, just in different ways. And like I said, this movie just did such a beautiful job of honoring Chadwick Boseman. So much happened throughout the whole movie, like not just this first 10 minutes that I talked about that had me crying, but so much of this movie was so much towards remembering him and remembering him as Black Panther. And it was just so beautiful, everything that they did, and just so well done. So anyway, I gave this an 8 out of 10. I highly recommend it. My favorite Marvel movie of 2022. I can't wait to own it and rewatch it again and watch both of them side by side. So now I will get into spoilers. So from this point on, if you haven't seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever, then thank you for watching this video, and come back after you've watched it. I'm so sorry. I cannot pronounce the name of this underwater culture, and I'm not even gonna try, but they basically attack Wakanda, hand us over the scientist who created the machine, or we will come back and we will completely destroy Wakanda. And in their initial attack, they kill the queen, which is heartbreaking, because now Shuri has literally no family, and she sees her mother drown, basically saving the scientist girl who created the machine. She has to watch as they can't revive her, and she passes away. And it's just so sad, absolutely so sad. But through all of this, Shuri is able to grow an artificial heart-shaped herb, which is what in turn gives you the power of the Black Panther. So she takes this herb, which was just so cool. She becomes the Black Panther, but in a very ballsy move. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that they did this, but I loved it. When she is taken to the land of the ancestors, and all she wants is to see her mom or her brother. She sees her cousin, or again, I can't remember his name, but the character that Michael B. Jordan plays in the original Black Panther. So she sees him, and he basically is telling her, if you're seeing me, it's not because you want peace like what your brother wanted. You're seeing me because you want vengeance, which is what I wanted. And she tries to deny it, but then when she comes out of her meditation from the ancestry field, just wants to kill all these water Aztec people for killing her mom. And she just goes full crazy and full like, I don't give a crap, and just tries to end all of them. And it is a incredible battle scene between the Wakandans and these Aztec people, and then between Shuri and the leader of these people, and she does almost kill him. But then she has a memory of her mother basically saying like, this isn't what we do, this isn't who you are, like show him who you are, which was very beautiful, because that's what the mother said to T'Challa in the first Black Panther movie. So she chooses not to kill him and to spare him, and he actually yields to their fight, and then they go back to where the main fight is happening between the Wakandans and the Aztec people, and they basically tell them, stop this war, stop this, we are going to work together and we are going to work as allies. And I know I keep saying these Aztec people, and I know they're not actually Aztec people, just their culture is very similar to the Aztec culture, so that's why I keep saying it. Also because I can pronounce Aztec and I can't pronounce what they actually are. That's why I keep saying Aztec people, but I don't actually mean that they specifically are like the Aztecs or anything like that. So then the movie ends with obviously Shuri not taking on the role of leader of Wakanda. She actually passes that role to Winston Duke's character, which I thought was really cool. I liked that. And she goes to Haiti, where I'm gonna butcher the name, Lupita Nyong'o. I'm so sorry. I know I'm saying that so wrong, but her character, she's been living for the past 6 years. She goes there to be with her, and she basically has like a little ritual to herself where she burns the garments that she wore at T'Challa's funeral, and then it's like this just absolutely gorgeous scene of her remembering T'Challa and all of these things, and that's where the movie ends, and it was so beautiful. And I will say, if you hate waiting until the very, very, very end of all of the credits, this one has a very short mid-credit scene. So when they do the first like main set of credits, where it's like the main like director, producer, actors, costume designer, those sorts of people, they have one credit scene and then that's it. So there's no like waiting 10 minutes for the credits to end or anything with this one. This end credit scene, you have to make sure you stay to watch because it is so beautiful, so adorable. T'Challa had a son with Lupita's character, and she's been living in Haiti with the son and raising him. It was so good. I really loved this movie. I cannot wait for it to come out on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. It was very well done. Just got my hopes back up for Marvel because I was definitely losing enthusiasm in some of their movies between the last two. So anyway, that is going to be it for my little mini review on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It was so good. I really loved it. For sure not one of my favorites, but definitely not anywhere close to any of my like bottom movies. That's going to be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I post new videos every single Friday and I'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye everybody.